So welcome back. Got some chocolate here. um, so we're gonna talk about the new lightsabers from Galaxy Edge Star Wars. So I've been eyeballing them, and yeah, I'm gonna give my 50 cents on them. Where to start? Now, first of all, the box looks pretty dope. I mean, that's a pretty darn cool box. The lightsabers that come in the box. Okay, I guess. I mean, all things considered, they're like the Black Series lightsabers, on the Hasbro licensed lightsabers. They're never great. They're never great. They're not bad, but they're not great. But a lot of people actually enjoy collecting them because they're relatively inexpensive compared to custom lightsabers. Now, I'm not including the low entry level ultra sabers and saber force sabers. I mean, decent quality custom lightsabers. Um, yeah, in that terms, they're not looking too horrible. I saw Luke Skywalker's Tin-Neck saber and Shoko Tano's lightsabers from Star Wars Rebels, which were not really that great. They were pretty bulky, but yeah, the one from Luke Skywalker didn't look too bad. It looked a bit like a cheaper Chinese knockoff custom lightsaber. No, that we see popping on the market from time to time. Not super accurate, a bit shit dodgy looking, but I mean, for majority of the people, still acceptable. Um, they have this weird stringlet connector blade setup that you can push into it in the blade socket. Yeah, I mean it's more of a collectible item that you're gonna put on your shelf with, especially with the box. The box looks good. I mean, lightsaber boxes looks good. I have to give them to that. And I saw they're gonna release the Ventress hilt, which I want, of course, to have in my collection because I am a sucker for Ventress. I just love her from back to forth. It's amazing character, amazing lightsabers. So yeah, it's a must buy for me. Um, do I have an indication on the price? No, not really, but probably around the 200 to 250 US dollar price range. We can expect that because they're like exclusive higher end lightsabers. So, yeah, be prepared to churn out around that kind of money. But if you really put it across the board, and some of the custom sabersmiths and company will not agree with that, of course, for various own reasons. Um, but I think the price is pretty fair for what you get, and you have to imagine it's an official licensed Star Wars product, and for a lot of people that has a significant value. And especially if those lightsabers over time or that particular model will be decommissioned or not longer sold, price will go up for those lightsabers. You can see that now with, for example, the Ventress Black Series lightsabers. They selling for 600, 700 US dollar for a boxed pair of Ventress hilts, which are not even great, but they were selling originally for 150 US dollar ish, and now it's a lot of money, really expensive. So that says something about those products. A lot of people collect those because they want to have official licensed products. They're not really into something aftermarket that is not really recognized. And then I refer to custom lightsabers, and that is a bit. People are apprehensive for spending that kind of money on the custom lightsabers. They will buy maybe an Ultra Sabers here and there, like a grab bag for 50, 70 US dollar. They feel okay with that. But anything beyond that, they're like, no, I'm just gonna stick with my Black Series lightsabers, and you see that a lot. Um, so yeah, I mean, bring them on. Besides the Ventrance hilts, I'm not gonna collect them unless I get them in my hands to do a review for them. But I'm not gonna actively spend the money on them to get them into my collection. To be honest. Um, but on that note, The custom made hand built lightsabers, which is basically sort of a saber forge ASP system where you have different emitters, different middle section, different bottom pieces, and you screw them together and you get your own unique lightsaber. And then you have a big bulky crystal that you place into the middle, which I feel like they definitely look at the custom lightsaber industry, how those guys and girls are doing their builds. And they had like something, yeah, that's pretty cool, an exposed crystal chamber. You can take out the crystal. It's actually pretty cool because those crystals probably gonna have like an RFFIIF chip in them, so you can have different voices, different colors associated with the different crystals. So if you have an Ahsoka Tano crystal and you put that in your lightsaber, then it will, be a light side lightsaber with a white blade, and you hear Ahsoka Tano having all kinds of conversations. And if you take that crystal out and you put it in a holocron, you can actually hear more tips and training things from Ahsoka Tano, and that's a pretty cool idea. Actually, I do dig that whole system, and maybe that's something for the custom lightsaber community, like Saberforce, etc., to latch on. Have their own little crystals with a chip in there. You pop it in, and you get completely different experience, independent of the soundboard you use. Um, Again, that's probably not going to happen because they have too many interests from different companies in there, custom lightsaber companies. So from that point of view, having a uniform official licensed product where you have all the different crystals to collect, different lightsaber pieces, different holocrons, datacrons, and whatnot, I think that's pretty dope. I think Disney is making a good choice there. The lightsabers are big and bulky, sure. They're not streamlined, but they look good enough. I think they're full plastic. They're plastic and weathered and whatnot, but they're completely plastic. Um, but again, they look pretty dope for what they are. I think they're looking pretty dope. Um, I also checked out the Astromechs that you can build yourself. They're pretty big. I think their skill is like 1/6 skill, maybe 1/4 skill. That's pretty big. Astromechs with like radio control elements. I'm not a fan of that, but I would like to have like one of those bigger Astromechs and then just customize it myself. Because the size is pretty decent, so it's nice to have like a pretty sized astromech on my table or on my shelf to play with, to look at. Like, I always have the idea of one day maybe owning like either a custom build, not by myself, or something like a functional R2 unit, etc., or something like that, that you just have in your room, the dome moves and it interacts, etc. That will be really really dope to have. That will be like one of the creme de la creme pieces in any collection, at least my collection. That would be amazing. So yeah, I think Disney has some really cool stuff coming out. And getting to the model kits, Bandai also releasing some new Bandai kits this year, including some new Astromechs and hopefully some new figures. We really need some more figures. We need gunk droids. We need um, characters from the movies. We need well, gunk droids are characters, but I mean not only droids but also actual characters. Django Fett, etc. All in these model kits forms. We need a lot more. Oh, my son. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry. Um. So I'm really excited. I'm really into the Bandai Star Wars model kits now. I'm fantasizing about building them, but I can't do it yet because I don't have the space. I'm about to move back to Holland. I'm living in Hong Kong, so we have to wait a little bit for that, but it will happen. But now my task is to just buy them in bulk and doubles, etc. Ship them to Holland, and by the time I'm in Holland, I can build my own Game of Thrones throne of these model kits, and then from there on start building them in a slow paste and painting them and making them all custom and whatnot and beautiful looking with little LEDs in them to light up the eyes and whatnot. Um, I'm super stoked to get into that and bite my teeth into it. Um, they're just I'm looking at them now on my shelf, and even the boxes, they just look so cool. The box art is awesome. The side cards or the sides of the boxes looks amazing. It's partially the actual model kit that has been customized by somebody, and partially real movie pictures to show what you actually get. Oh, sorry, my little man is turning around. He recently started to learn how to turn himself, so he's turning around the whole time in his crib and whatnot. Um, yeah, super stoked. Let me get one more. Let me just get one. I just want to show them, guys. I think they're amazing, and I really should tell you again, again, again. Get some of these model kits. Even if you're like myself, not into model kit building, I think it's something that you might really, really enjoy. So let me get one. So I got another one. So I got this one now here. This is Vader. This is the Empire Strikes Back version. I also want to have the Return of the Jedi version, because then you can remove the top helmet and the front face helmet, and you can see Anakin Skywalker's mangled up face. But this one is pretty dope too, because you can actually remove the back portion and then you show the back portion of the helmet. Now for this one, I just get one. I don't need I don't buy a second one, because I just build one Vader, and I'm not intent to further paint it or customize it. So I'm just gonna leave this one as is. I'm not gonna display this Vader with the back part of the mask undone, because it's so minimal in terms of the aesthetic that I'm not gonna bother with that. But I just there's something about these boxes. They're just doing a really good job. Nice box art, nice stuff on the sides. It makes me really interested, like about these packages. Like what is inside here, and of course just some spruits with the plastic things where you have to build it yourself. But they're just has certain amount of aesthetic and imagination to them that they're really having a massive appeal to me. And they're big boxes as well. It's not just like your Black Series figures where you just unbox them and put them on your shelf and that's it. You need to build these ones. You need to spend several hours just snapping them together, painting them if you want to, and doing that in that process make you appreciate what you bought so much more. So that's why I'm really keen on this. Thank you, Mundo. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm happy to be back. Oh, hey man, how you doing, Samuel? So I actually also just sold the big camera. Nice, Brazil. How's the weather now in Brazil? Is it now morning or evening or afternoon? I have no idea. It's here in Hong Kong. It's around. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's almost 2 o'clock. We're getting towards the 2 o'clock. Um, but yeah, you might have seen it before on my YouTube channel. I made videos with a big DSLR camera. I just sold it, so I got some chunk of money back, which I'm gonna invest in buying the laptop, which I really want, because I'm so ready to get my own portable streaming slash video editing software, editing rig now. It's something that I wanted for so long, and it's gonna make it a lot more fun for me to edit the thumbnails and make the videos. Whoa, okay, it's Saturday evening for you. Yeah, probably. Nice. We have a public holiday tomorrow, so I have some quality time to spend today and tomorrow. But it's raining outdoors, so I can't make a lot of videos outside. I wanted to actually go out and make some videos for my Vader's Vault Blade Master Shodo, just to show off the hilt and the NeoPixel, etc. But since the weather is kind of garbage, I'm gonna just skip on that. Plus, if there's a slight opportunity for my wife to go out, she takes it, and I'm here stuck with my two kids now. I can't go, so I'm here and yeah, babysitting. It's okay. But yeah, the whole topic of this video was about the new Galaxy Edge lightsaber. So I already talked a bit about it before you guys joined into the stream. But I think they're looking pretty good, and I think they will sell very good because it's an official licensed product. They have a nice big box, a nice display box, which is a big plus for a lot of people. They look good as the hilts for display. They're not really meant for dueling. They're just like for light tapping and mainly display. The same way as the Hasbro lightsabers. Only I would say they're a bit better quality. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is an actual tin neck this time around. And I think a lot of people gonna prefer this over buying a custom lightsaber in the same price range. I suspect that these lightsabers will run somewhere between 200 to 250 US dollar price range for the Shoko Tano hilt, Luke Skywalker's hilt, etc. Again, I said it before a bit earlier, but I'm really stoked to get my hands on a pair of Ventress hilts, because I'm a big Ventress fan. And yo, what's up? And yeah, I just need to have that in my collection. I just need to have it. So I'm gonna definitely pick up a Ventress hilt kit, but my preference actually, I said it before, I'm not much of a dueler. I like to have some light dueling. No, it's okay, Samuel. It's all good. It's all good, bro. I like some light dueling, like at some of the conventions I've been. A lot of fun to duel with you guys. But myself, I'm not. I found myself over time not really going out with my kid to duel, etc. I just rather be at home playing with my lightsabers, have them display pieces. I think that for me, from a main point of view, is fine enough. But in Hong Kong, there's a very small group that actually does do sort of dueling slash choreography. Not much actually. So it's like a handful of people. Of the 7-8 million people living here, I think there's less than 20-30 people total in Hong Kong that actually does actively collect and play with lightsabers. It's very small niche group of people, and they're mainly associated with Makato sabers as well. So I've been with them once or twice, and um, yeah, I mean it didn't do much for me. So maybe when I'm back in Holland, have access to Germany, France, Belgium, etc. I might do more of it if I find like an active group and that really sucks me into to be a part of that, because it's more like if it's more from a point of view like a family or like a group of people coming together, then yeah, absolutely. What are you gonna do with the blade adapter for the tin necks? Um, I heard from Alan from Vader's Vault they actually have adapters that you either have to screw in or slide over to make them compatible with their blades, Stringlab blades setup, with their big black socket piece. But then again, I think mainly people gonna use it as display pieces. It's gonna be on their lap when they're watching the Star Wars movies or playing the games. They put it next to it on their desk, or display it. That's the main purpose of those lightsabers. And for the price point, I think they're gonna be a steal. Well, not a steal, but a good price. I mean, a good fair price for what you get. I think it's a fair price. And of course, custom sabersmiths and saber makers will say, yeah, well, it's not really good bang for buck because you can't duel with it, etc. But a lot of people just want to have official licensed product. They not want to spend more than 250 US dollar. That's like the max. And for those price points, I think you really get a good deal. So, but then again, they look better than the Black Series Hasbro lightsabers, which are immensely popular. A lot of regular people that are big fan of Star Wars, but not really into custom lightsabers, often they have one or two Hasbro Black Series lightsabers, like Anakin's, which is very decent, Vader's also decent, and maybe some other ones. But the Luke Skywalker tin neck saber is horrible from series, the fat neck. But yeah, I'm the same. I like to appreciate lightsabers more than I want to actively duel with it. Like I see the groups that are like do kendo dueling lightsaber thingies with it. I feel like it's a nice crossover, but you really have to be in kendo. I would say you need to be in the Japanese sword fighting to really appreciate it, and I really want to keep doing it. For me, I would do it a few times and then I get bored with it. I just want to have my own fantasy of fighting imaginary clankers or stormtroopers or other Sith or Jedi. Um, I prefer that more. But then again, if it's all part of a whole group of cosplayers coming together, yeah, of course, just for fun, just whipping around the lightsabers at a con. That's what I like more than actively being a group that trains to do the accurate sword fighting skills. I don't know. Then I just prefer just do kendo, just do the straight up real original kendo. The stream started around 21 minutes ago. Later on, I'm doing some more experimenting. We will have a live stream directly to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at the same time. And then we're using a different app. And then there will be next to me, there will be a live stream chat showing up here. I have it already tested on another YouTube account, which will be all about paintball. That is a different project, but different story. The lightsabers they have for Galaxy Edge, as far as I could see and remember, Ashoka Tano's lightsabers from Rebels with the white blade, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I saw Ventress lightsabers. I saw. Ooh, now I have to dig on my memory already. Uh, you guys maybe have to help me out. Let me see. Let me open my chat app, or use my wife's phone here for a moment. Makes it a bit easier. Um, there were at least one or two more. I forgot the Graflex. I think the Graflex. Yeah, the Galaxy Edge ones, the Graflex ones. The Graflex one, I think probably Vader's one as well. I didn't see an Obi-Wan. At least not a tin neck one. So I hope they're gonna come out with it as well, because that would be a must. Um, but yeah, they look pretty cool. And these are the ones that you can build yourself. So I just showed like this for a second. It's really amateuristic. I know we'll fix it later. These ones look a bit like Saber Force ASP builder system, where you can chuck in a plastic crystal, and yeah, they got me a bit hyped. They got me more hyped than the current Star Wars lightsaber builder parts you have, which are really thin plasticky parts. They look like PVC pipe parts. They're not really appealing to me. But the new build your own lightsaber parts, they look pretty dope. Not gonna be cheap, probably. They're not gonna be cheap. But yeah. I mean, it's not for me. It's not. I'm not the target audience. That's clear. But I think a lot of people will appreciate it. That being said, um, but yeah, those Ventress hills I must get, because I don't want to buy the second-hand prices of the current Black Series figures they have now in the market for those older released Ventress Hills, because they're way too expensive, 500-600 US dollars for a box pair of Ventress Hills, which are not really high quality anyway. They're just plasticky lightsabers. What are you gonna do? My son is gonna do some naughty stuff here. Um. So yeah, I think a lot of people gonna get them. Yeah. Um, I do hope they're gonna be available beyond just the Galaxy Edge store in Disney USA, because I don't think I will ever visit Disney in the US. I hope, of course, one day it will happen, but it's the other side of the world. It's freaking expensive to get an airplane ticket to there. So the likelihood of me going to that place is not as likely at this point in my life. But I would like to get my hands on certain of their lightsabers. So um, yeah, they're gonna be bulky. They're gonna be bulky. I think that is the downside of them. Um, I didn't know actually what would be the reason for these companies like Alta Sabers and Disney to prefer the bulky plastic. Is that because they want to make one size fit all? But it's really big even for adults. So especially for kids, it's like massive. I don't know what is their afterthought for that. Is that maybe for manufacturing of the parts is easier if it's a bit blown up? I have no idea. Or they blow it up so it's like it becomes like it's very clearly a toy when people decide to go out and about with their own Disney lightsaber that people can the police, everybody can clearly see that it's not an actual weapon or something. Not that they would think it's a lightsaber, but it's like a club or something. And by having it oversized, it's more easy to recognize as a prop, a toy. Maybe that is an afterthought from Disney. I have no idea what would be the reason for them to come with that kind of sizes for hilts. And the same for Alter Sabers. I don't know why they do that. I don't know where that come from. Of course, I saw the new trailer, and yeah, it made me very excited. It made me so excited actually that I started watching The Last Jedi again yesterday, and it's a lot more watchable now because now I feel like this is gonna be a new movie and they're gonna fix it. They're gonna fix this whole mesh of The Last Jedi. Now, of course, that is purely my opinion. So if you have a different opinion, hey, no problem. But I feel like it's a mess. It's just, but now I'm watching it and it becomes much more enjoyable because I know there's a light side on the end of the tunnel because Luke will be involved. Nobody's ever gone, etc. So it's not longer like the realization of real life when people die, they're really gone because it's a fantasy story, right? We want to be fully immersed in it, and that's why I didn't like Luke, etc. dying because in my mind, Return of the Jedi, I always thought they're just gonna live on. They're gonna live on their own life, their own adventures, and it never crossed my mind, or I didn't want to cross my mind that all of them will actually die like real life characters. So, that being said, I was watching it yesterday. Didn't finish it though; it was very late. But I really enjoyed it. The trailer of the new Star Wars movie, I do enjoy it a lot. A pen. I don't have a pen. I think. Oh gosh, dude, no. Is this a pen? Yeah. I think it's really good. I think it's a really good trailer. It showed just enough to get me excited, really excited. I said before, I don't like that Rey is just using the same lightsaber again, but then fix her up. Didn't like that. I want to see a new lightsaber. Give us something else than the Graflex now. I mean, Rey's a new independent character. She's strong. She's cool, but she needs her own lightsaber. I mean, just like Luke Skywalker, that would be a super parallel, right? Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker becomes a Jedi Knight himself. He makes his own lightsaber. Vader praises him basically for making his own lightsaber when he was captured on Endor and they're on the AT-AT platform. I mean, that would be like amazing. Like, I see you constructed your own lightsaber now, or something like that by somebody else. Not per se in those particular lines or something, but Rey needs to have her own lightsaber, and everybody expected her to have a saber staff by now. But the fact that she's still using the Graflax, come on. Yeah, right. I mean, gosh, that Graflax was completely ripped in two. It was completely ripped in two. Come on, this is just Let that Graflax it served its purpose for many time now. It has seen many battles. It's rest to lay. Take out the crystal, put it into a new lightsaber design that Rey feels fully comfortable with wielding, and show us some badass move, Race. Ray, not Race, Race, Ray. Um, yeah, but no. Instead they fixed it and you're gonna use it again. Yeah, I know. Maybe somebody else, as I said before, maybe somebody else will show up with a new lightsaber design. Would be cool. Um, I mean, Ben Solo's lightsaber was pretty dope, although we saw it only for a few seconds in The Last Jedi. I thought it was a good design. Um, yeah, pretty nice lightsaber. But yeah, we need more of that. We need more lightsabers. So, and the Star Wars panels were amazing, by the way. Yeah, me too. Like a scrap tech lightsaber, like Ezra Bridger or something. Like something cool. It doesn't have to be like a stapler with a blaster built in, but come on, just something dope. The staff itself is so significant. In the last two movies, she always carried that staff with her, and it looks like it could be changed into a lightsaber without any trouble. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, missed opportunity, or we all being deceived and she still does it. Maybe that saber staff contains the half of Darth Maul's lightsaber, because if you look at the top of the emitter of that saber staff, it looks a bit like Darth Maul's emitter, a little bit. So it would be dope if she was like a sidekick of Darth Maul, and so Darth Maul, of course, long gone, but she's like completing her master's mission since I don't know, the Black Sun clan or something, the clan Visla. I forgot which clan he managed with the dark saber for. Well, but it would be cool if he was like completing something on his behalf, like killing the Sith, and she was just like a sleeper agent, as some people claim to be, and she now is there to kill Palpatine, who is still alive, and that is her mission. And she's not a Jedi or a light side user; she's a dark side user. And she, when soon as Palpatine comes in the picture, she will change to the dark side and try to kill him off. I don't know. Hey, that's the cool thing about Star Wars and these new movies. You can come up with anything you want, any fan-based fiction, any speculation. That's the great part about this time frame. After the first trailer released and the build-up to the movie release itself, let your imagination go all over the place. What's that sound? Is that? Oh my God! It rains really hard outside. Oh God, guys, I need to show you guys. It's like a typhoon going on. Holy crap! Okay, you can't see it, but wow, it's raining ridiculous hard in Hong Kong now. It's we actually have red rain. What? Red rain is actually not good in Hong Kong. That means it's we get floods, and we have water. Yeah, we have water floods in Hong Kong, and I live next a cemetery which is built into it's carved out of a mountainside, so all the water drains downwards to the entry of our flat, because we live on a slope. So we already had a few times that where our house was in the national TV, because there's like a complete flood of the streets, and it actually runs into our building downstairs. But luckily we live on the 8th floor, so the water have to rise quite a bit before we get wet feet here. But my wife is outdoors now, so I hope she's gonna stay dry. Uh, but I can hear it's a really intense blowing sound now. You hear that, Jim? You hear that? It's so dirty weather outside. It's raining very hard. He's playing games. He doesn't care. Oh, about games. Battlefront 2. Oh my God, it's amazing. I also just yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like a typhoon or anything. It's just like crazy hard rain. Um, I just enabled DX12. I believe, yeah, DX12 is like a small feature in Battlefront 2, and it looks amazing. It adds more colors and lightning effects to the game, and it's just, oh my god, it's gorgeous. The game is gorgeous. I've been playing it several hours now, and it's a blast. It's so cool. It's a good Star Wars game. Um, but I keep getting killed over and over and over because all these people that have been playing since launch have all the purple cards. They mastered classes. They know the maps ins and out. So I get killed every 5 seconds. A bit frustrating, but I mean, hopefully I can get through that stage and then get some good purple cards myself and have some fair chance. But it's give it another try. If you have the game installed on your computer or you purchase and launch and you're not happy to play it anymore, give it another try. It's amazing. It's really good. And it also gives me good hope about, yep, that's a good pun, the Fallen Order. So I saw the trailer and it looks really dope. It was a long trailer, and I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up because Battlefront 2. Wow, some thunderstorms now. Battlefront 2 gave me the reinsurance in its current state that EA will fix it. Like, they will not let that game just bleed out. But they did with Battlefront 1. That game was dead. It is dead now. And it was only, what, 2 years after release already had Battlefront 2. So, from that point of view, I was very iffy about getting another Star Wars game from EA. But now with Battlefront 2 being very positive in my experience, definitely gonna pick up Fallen Order. Yeah. Hopefully it has a replay value or multiple storyline chapters coming over the past next years, so it doesn't die out as fast. Because I don't, and I'm not gonna buy it retail, guys. I'm not gonna buy it at launch. I wait 3-4 months and buy it for 10-15 US dollar. Never buy it in the first 3 months at EA. Any game. After a few months, you can buy it for less than 50%. The It's crazy how much these games go down in costs after a few months. Even Battlefront 2, you can pick it up now for I think 15-20 US dollar. It's really cheap. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy it at launch anymore. I just wait a few months, save myself 30-40 US dollar, especially because it's a single player game. It doesn't really matter. There's no progression. Like now with Battlefront 2, I didn't play for several months, and I'm really getting destroyed every few seconds. So that's the downside with a multiplayer game. But for a single player game, I think there's no issues at all for just waiting off and buy it at a fair price. Um, Woo. And then I go quickly to some other points because my son, I need to probably give him some milk soon. Um, so getting to some other points of some custom lightsabers. Uh, just looking around, I didn't see a lot of interesting stuff, to be honest. That really made me like, wow, I need to have this. I did see the new Ventress lightsaber design, the newer one with the greater emitters, which she used, I believe, after the Clone Wars when she became a bounty hunter. Before she got, yeah, in the time frame between she was a bounty hunter and she lost her original curved lightsabers, and that was when she had somewhere in between the lines a relationship with what's his name, Voss, the guy with the dreads, the black dude with the dreadlocks. He's a really cool dude character in that time frame until she died. That lightsaber looks pretty dope. I'm not getting it though because I'm more of a fan of her curved lightsabers. Because I feel like, yeah, those are like so iconical Ventress. It's just a must-have. And getting talking about Clone Wars. Yeah, I'm super excited for the new 12 episodes from the Clone Wars to conclude the Clone Wars storyline. Basically, I think it's gonna be epic. And Mandalorian as well. I think there will. If you are part of a Mandalorian club, I think you will see a lot of new members coming soon. A lot more Mandalorians will join different Mandalorian costume clubs. I think there will be an overkill of Mandalorians on the future Comic Cons, etc., or other events. There will be like hundreds and hundreds of Mendos. Pretty sure about that. But it's dope. I mean, Mendos are cool, and bring it on. Hmm. The weather is really disgusting at the moment. Um, I'm gonna check it out for a bit, guys. I'm gonna give the little one some milk because he start to be a little bit grumpy. He wants his milk, and I will be back tomorrow with another live stream. And if you guys have any suggestions for the live stream, let me know. Then we're gonna cover that subject. And for now, I also gonna spend some time looking at the Saberforge website because I need a carry piece and I want to have the Saberforge Adamant as my daily driver. My daily driver when I go out and about. Show that I represent Star Wars as a Sith or Jedi with a nice little lightsaber on my belt for everybody to see. So I gonna end the live stream now. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and see you later. Bye bye. I always have to learn to press the right button. With this new software, it will be awesome. I can do it all.